Are you serious? They are stunning. Wow. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Kennedy. If you're new here, if you're not new, hey girl, how have you been? This video is going to be like, what am I? Impromptu. I didn't plan on filming a cooking video today. But I just posted a reel and TikTok of me making a cake batter buttercream. I'll put it right here. But I asked y'all, what should we put it on? Should it be cupcakes? Should it be a chocolate cake? Should it be brownies? I was thinking cake. Somebody said I should put it on cinnamon rolls and blew my mind. So that's what we're about to do. I literally got up as soon as she said that, and we're about to make cinnamon rolls so I can put my cake batter frosting on cinnamon rolls for breakfast in the morning. Excuse my hair. Like I said, this is impromptu. My hair all over my head. I'm in my pajamas. But I just couldn't let that thought linger. Like, I need to make those cinnamon rolls tonight so we can have them for breakfast in the morning. We got a new camera. I don't know if y'all can tell the difference in the quality, but I hope it's giving. I hope it's giving. When we started up with Cookbook Club, I wanted like a new camera, better quality. This is one of 2 cameras that I bought, so we could have like a 2-camera Cookbook Club setup. I just wanted it to be nice. Like, I really liked the last Soul Filling Food episode we did. I had so much fun filming it, editing it, but the quality, like, it wasn't giving me enough. Like, I want you guys to really be able to see the food. Bitch, I want you to feel like you can eat it through the screen, okay? And they need to hurry up and work on smell-o-vision. Like, I really want you guys to be able to experience the food. And I felt like the last video, you just couldn't see it well enough. Don't look in the pantry. It's a mess. We need to get in there and clean it. That's gonna be another thing for another day. But everybody talk about sourdough. I'm a brioche girl. I love brioche. So this is gonna be like a brioche style cinnamon roll. So it doesn't need to go in the fridge overnight, but that's what I like to do. Let me not even lie. It don't need to go in the fridge overnight, but it'll taste better. The flavors will develop. The structure, I don't know, some bread sciencey shit. It tastes better if you leave it in the refrigerator overnight. But I will say, if you're like afraid, nervous of like yeasted doughs, I was for a while. Bread making is not hard, especially if you have a stand mixer. I will say, making brioche by hand, that takes a long time. It's strenuous. I did that when I first got into bread making because I didn't have a dough hook for my mixer and I was too impatient to wait for it to come in the mail. That gonna have your arms hurting. It don't feel good, but it's possible. But if you got a mixer with a dough hook, use that. And we're gonna throw everything in the mixer. It's gonna come together, and that's it. It's not a whole lot. Like all this right here, let me show you. I got my salt. This is vanilla bean paste. Whenever I make a sweet brioche dough, like for something desserty, I'll always add vanilla bean paste, butter, yeast. This is my flour. This is my sugar. This little taste of buttermilk. I need a cup. I don't know if that's gonna be a cup, and it's expired, baby. When it was supposed to go? The 12th. It's okay. It'll be fine. And then some eggs. The only thing I don't think I have is cinnamon, which is insane. Oh no, I got some. Okay, yeah, I just bought this. Okay, cool. We got cinnamon. I think we're good to go. We can start. Woo. I got me charge my phone because my recipe is on my phone. But I lied, actually. Let's start over. I said it wasn't gonna take a long time, and So with bread making and like brioche doughs, there's a lot of waiting games, okay? But it's not like your working time isn't gonna take a long time. Start to finish, it's gonna take us a minute. But like the actual effort and time we have to physically be standing in the kitchen is not gonna take long. But I do like to measure out all of my ingredients together and then put everything away. Like I said, this is an impromptu. Oh, my eggs are frozen. That cold ass refrigerator, don't piss me off. All these eggs are frozen and cracked. Why? I'm not making a bunch of dishes just for it to be cute on camera. So I'm gonna measure out whatever will fit in these solo cups in the solo cups, so I don't have to wash a bunch of bowls. But I need 5 eggs. Y'all know I'm not a recipe girl. I mean, I am a recipe, like, I don't like to talk and do all the recipe. I'd rather just have fun in the kitchen, if you will. Why are all my eggs frozen? Like, truly. Look, this egg is totally frozen solid. The egg, hell, might as well be boiled. It is frozen solid. How many eggs was that? We need 5 eggs. I think that was 4. I hope it was 4. And I'm glad I had extra. I'm gonna go ahead and put my vanilla bean paste in here as well. That'll do. But yeah, like I was saying, I'm not a recipe girl. I don't like measurements and all that, but I will have it in the description for y'all. So I'm gonna do 2 tablespoons of oil. The very first thing we need to do, I'm gonna do last and measure it out last, because I don't want it to get like clumpy while we measure out the rest of the ingredients. But I'm gonna use my food scale. But if you don't like baking because you feel like it makes a mess, it does, can't lie. Get a food scale. Like, I'm about to dump everything in here without using a bunch of different measuring cups and all of that. About 500 grams of flour. So that's our flour, sugar in here. Boring, whatever. I'm gonna sprinkle some salt in here. I don't measure the salt, girl. I don't have it in me today or tomorrow. Just enough. What I'm gonna do that I normally don't do is test out my yeast. This yeast has just been in my refrigerator for a minute, and I want to make sure it's still alive before we waste a whole bunch of ingredients, because I do have yeast packets. Or should I just go ahead and use the yeast packets? I just prefer this over instant yeast packets. Let me move you guys down so you can see, but it's just warm water and sugar in here. I'm gonna go in with just a little bit of my yeast, like I said, just to make sure it's alive and breathing before we add it into the recipe and waste the whole recipe. If it's alive, it'll foam up, froth, you know, there'll be gases coming to the surface. But anyways, while we do that, while we wait for that, I'm so happy to be back on the channel. I love the cooking channel. I honestly think I like this channel more than the true crime channel. Don't tell them though, don't tell them though. I just stopped filming on this channel because I wasn't happy with the quality. But like I said, we got this camera and another new one coming in the mail. Okay, yeah, there's already gases starting to come up to the surface. I think our yeast is good, but while we wait for that to froth up and do its thing, I'm gonna go ahead and get a cup of our buttermilk into this pan. We're gonna make what they call like a tangzhong. It's Japanese. It's basically a paste of your milk and flour. I think you could even use water too. I'm about to cut this buttermilk with water because I don't have enough. But it's just a paste that you cook down with flour and milk. And it keeps your bread moist.
Where's juice?
Huh?
Where's juice?
You want some juice? Okay. Can you say please? Or something like that. I don't know, y'all. I'm not a chemist. Okay. I'm not a chemist. Like, I don't know the exact science behind it, but basically it just extends the shelf life of your bread, makes it softer, helps it retain moisture, so it's nice, soft, and fluffy for longer. Not that these cinnamon rolls are gonna last very long in my house, but I think it's a nice step to do, especially when I'm making breads. But Cookbook Club is gonna start when kids go back to school, so I can have some peace while I cook. And one of the first things we're gonna do, and one of the first recipes I want to do is a burger recipe, and I want to make the hamburger buns from scratch, and I know like this recipe is going to be perfect for that. But yeah, that's as simple as this recipe gets. We got our eggs with the vanilla bean paste in here and our vegetable oil, flour, sugar, and salt in here, the stick of butter, our yeast packets, and then I'm going to go ahead and add the flour to the buttermilk so we can get to cooking. Oh, y'all are on top of the flour. I forgot. I'm gonna bring y'all over onto the stove. It's kind of dark over here. Sorry, guys. Did that work? Is that better? The little oven light? Let me get 50 grams of flour in here. Now you're just gonna cook it on the stove. It's almost like making a roux for your bread. I don't want to cook it on too high of a heat because this will splash and like splatter, and I just cleaned my stove, so I'm not trying to make a mess. But yeah, just basically cook it until it's thick. Let me see if I can set y'all up. Now we just got this camera now. We're not trying to break it now. That would literally, I would literally throw up. But I've been doing a lot of test footage and testing the camera out. I love the quality. And I'm so excited to cook with you guys. I love it. I'm having a blast. We're gonna get out my big mixer. My little pink girl back there, she can't make bread. Well, she can, but I don't like to work her motor like that. So I'm gonna bring out my big boy. Excuse me, honey. And this is what you're looking for, just like this thick cooked flour paste. But this is one of the first parts of like the little waiting game. We're gonna play with this recipe. This needs to cool down. And if you leave it, why are you yelling? Why are we yelling? But what I'm saying, if you leave it in a clump like this, it's gonna take forever to cool. But I just kind of spread it out along the sides of the bowl and it'll cool down pretty fast. Like that, just spread it. And this is fine because everything else we need is gonna get dumped right on top of here. But you want this to cool down because if it's too hot, it'll kill the yeast. Our cinnamon rolls won't be fluffy. They're gonna be sad and dense, bad built, bad bodied cinnamon rolls. That sounds horrible. What are you doing in my room? You are a silly Billy. I cannot cook in peace when the kids are home. They don't come bothering me until it's time to go to bed and they want to cuddle or I'm in the kitchen. But yeah, let this cool off. While this cools off, I'm gonna get some of these dishes in the sink. I already got a bunch of dishes in my dishwasher. So really, is any of this about to fit? Oh God. But I'm so excited to finally start cookbook club when the kids go back to school. I just can't wait to be back in my little bubble cooking in peace. Like truly nothing brings me more joy. I already posted the book that we're gonna do for the first month of cookbook club in the group chat. If y'all aren't in the group chat on Instagram, go get in the group chat. It is this one I've talked about before. That's me, a little me. This one by Peter. No, I always want to say Peter. His name is Chris. Okay. Chris is a Top Chef alum. I can't pronounce his last name. He is Haitian, I believe. There's a lot of Haitian Caribbean flavors in this book, as well as just like regular stuff. Like this is a steak New York strip, but he paired it with an arugula chimichurri. I want to try that. But I picked this book for the first month of Cookbook Club because there's so many different things in this book. There's appetizers, there's desserts, there's cocktails. And honestly, I've bought like 25 cookbooks this year, and this one by far is the best one. I even bought a copy for my dad and sent it to him so he could have it, and he loves it. And this is the recipe we're going to use and make the hamburger buns with. I was telling y'all earlier, I'm not using his hamburger bun recipe because I tried it and I have to say it did not work for me. I just don't like the process that he used. I like the recipe that we just did just now. This is it. This is the big center pole picture. But it's like the Creole smash burger. Like I'm just so excited about this recipe and all the other recipes in this book. I can't wait to start Cookbook Club. But let's check on our little paste. It should be good, to be honest. Yep, it's cold already. Haha. Okay, we got our little dough hook. We're gonna go ahead and smack it up on here. Literally dump everything but your butter in. Whoops, I did not mean to make a mess. It's gonna look like this for a minute. It's gonna look a little bit too dry. It's not gonna look very doughy, but it will come together. The flour has to hydrate and it'll get into like a smooth little ball. It'll take a couple of minutes, but once it's in like a nice uniform ball is when we will add our butter. Okay, this is where we are. It's hard for the camera to focus while it's moving, but you see, way better. It's a nice, smooth, elastic dough. We can go ahead and add in our butter. But that's pretty much it, you guys. This is gonna run for another 20 minutes, 30 minutes if it's really sticky and humid. Like, it just depends. But it's gonna run for a while. And I'm gonna sit on the couch and relax. Okay, excuse Bradley counting his numbers in the background, but this is what we're looking for. Hold on. Woo! So to test it, all you need to do is grab a piece and see if you can stretch it to the point where you see through it. So yeah, this is pretty much good. Yeah, you can see through it. It's good. It could go a little bit longer, but it's getting kind of warm. Let's see, I might, no, it's pretty good. I could go a little longer if I wanted to, but I'm gonna take it out of here and knead it on the counter. Okay, and I just like to knead it a few times and pull it together in a nice little ball. This is brioche. It's not gonna come together and not be sticky like a regular dough would, if that makes sense, especially at room temperature. So that's a big part of the reason why I'm making it tonight, the dough, because we're gonna put it in the fridge overnight. And that way in the morning when we go to make the cinnamon rolls and roll them out, the dough won't be so sticky. And it'll just be a whole lot easier to work with. But this is, I mean, a beautiful dough. Beautiful, beautiful. It's perfect almost. I love it. But like, I can't recommend enough trying bread making. If you haven't, if you're scared and you're interested, just give it a try. I have not like dibbled and dabbled in sourdough yet, but bread making is just so satisfying. Like, I'm having a blast. Like, it's almost like making a baby. Like, well, not, you know what I'm trying to say. Like, you make it from scratch. It's alive. It's got yeast in it. It's gonna grow. Not like making a baby. You know. You can see it's got the air bubbles in there. Our yeast is yeasting. It's got the vanilla bean in there. Yeah, that's our little dough. I'm so proud. I literally never would have thought bread making would bring me so much joy, but it literally is so satisfying. Give her about 30 minutes on the counter and then it'll spend the night in the fridge. Okay, here we go. It's risen some. It's gonna rise a little bit more in the refrigerator. I took a shower, got cozy, took my makeup off while this was doing its thing. But we're gonna stick it in the fridge. And in the morning, we'll make the cinnamon rolls, roll them out, stuff them, all of that. Okay, hey guys, it's the next day. This is the home stretch. This is the easy part. It's not morning. I just didn't feel like getting up this morning to make cinnamon rolls. It's actually about 1:30. Our dough is so pretty. Look at her. She's grown up. I just can't explain how satisfying a like nice big fully grown dough is to me. Like, bread making does it for me. Like, honestly, this is so satisfying, but it's nice and cold. We're gonna work with it quick. Cinnamon butter is ready to go. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Okay, let's just spread her out. Spread her out. That's obviously not enough. I kind of want to roll this way and get like a really thick cinnamon roll. But I don't know if it would be too thick. Like, should I just not do that and roll it this way? I don't know. I kind of want a big cinnamon. Yeah, let's just roll it this way. I don't care. If it's too big, it's too big. But yeah, okay, yeah, this is giving it. Yes. Oh my. Oh my. I'm so excited. Oh, this dough is beautiful. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, yeah, that was perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, just rolling it back in the frame so y'all can see. I like to kind of push mine, you know what I'm saying? So they're a little thicker, more uniform. Roll it back down on top of that seam. And yeah. Now I'm gonna put this back into the refrigerator just so it can firm up, because I don't want, well, should I put it? I don't know. I usually like to put them in the refrigerator so that, what am I trying to say? Oh, so like they cut more uniform. Like I don't want my slices to be wonky, but I'm kind of just feeling a little impatient today. Like, let's just go ahead and cut it. I normally cut these like when they're cold, but I was feeling a little impatient today. So we're using the little dental floss method, and that should be fine. I don't like this. They're not coming out as uniform as I would like them to be, but it's fine. It's fine. Again, it's so much easier to just put this back in the refrigerator and let it come, not room temperature, but get cold, and you can cut them with a knife. Like this is making my nerves bad. It's making too much of a mess. Okay, I'm gonna wipe this down and then I'll show y'all what this looks like. Get into it, baby. Y'all hungry? Look at these cinnamon rolls. Oh my God. The dough is beautiful. And they're not super ugly, to say like the dough wasn't cold. Like if the dough was cold, these would be laying in the pan looking perfect, like perfect circles. But wow. This is how they look now. We're gonna leave them on the counter. Well, I'm not gonna leave them on the counter. I'm gonna put them in my oven with my oven light on, because I keep my house like -2 degrees. And if you like to keep a cold house too, it's gonna make your bread rise super slow. So I put mine in my oven under the oven light, just the oven light, under that little bit of warmth from the light, and that'll help them rise up really nice. Okay, after they've proofed, look how big and delicious. Are you kidding? Look at these. I mean, they're literally perfect. These don't even look real. Like, we got Cinnabon at home. Fuck you mean? We got Cinnabon at the house. I mean, they are stunning. Wow. But this is how they look. We're just waiting for the oven to preheat and we'll get them in there. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Okay, so the cinnamon rolls are out of the oven. Y'all, they got gigantic. Wait till y'all see. Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me? Look how big and chunky and beautiful. That one, that's the money right there. All there's left to do is ice them up. Oh, wow. Oh. Okay. Beautiful. You can see how like fluffy and golden they are on the sides. Oh my God. Wow. Are you serious? Are you serious? Oh my God. I fear this recipe may need to be gate kept. That's a badass cinnamon roll. Wow. So to wrap it up, I didn't really know what to expect because, like I said, I tweaked my recipe a little bit. I added more egg, same amount of butter, more than double the sugar in my normal recipe. This is fire. I'm so happy with this. That is a cinnamon roll. Soft, flaky, buttery. Get into it. Get into it. You love it?
I love it.
So good. That is a wrap on today's video. I have no idea what to expect, what we got on camera, what we didn't, but this is a damn good cinnamon roll. I'm so happy in my heart. If you watched the end, make sure you subscribe before you leave, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys.